part of, to represent CSN, Nevada Grow, and to be able to just pitch our business, showcase our business, present value with our business, show people how our business is impacting our community and providing opportunities. To be able to pitch against 130 different universities and come out on top, being in a sense an underdog coming from community college, it was huge, not just for us, but for the community of Las Vegas and also just other community colleges wanting to aspiring to continue to grow.
And this was the Blackstone Launchpad Pitch Competition.
Yes.
So what was it? I know I came, but for those who weren't there, tell us what it is. I want the administrator to know.
The Blackstone Launchpad Pitch Competition, 130 different universities all entered their small entrepreneurs or small businesses into this competition to pitch their business. In a 3-round event, we made it all the way to the semifinals and to the finals to pitch against the top 5 businesses. For us, we do a lot in our business, and it was tough for us to put that into 1 minute, and we had this huge 5-minute pitch with, elaborate video and, all of this stuff, and we had to scrap it and, in a sense, pitch it just in this, short,
get it down to the Shark Tank pitch.
Yeah. Yes, got down to the Shark Tank pitch, so.
We had a lot of great support too,
Yes.
through, Nevada Grow, and, this guy right here, he's competed in many and he's won, so, we've had a lot of insight too through the process. Nerves is probably the biggest thing going into something like that. I mean, we're competing against, well, we beat Cornell, I wanna say schools like UCLA, UC Santa Barbara, Cal State Berkeley, tech schools, and a bunch of these programs that have a bunch of funding and their entrepreneurship programs. And well, Nevada Grow, this is our first year even being invited to the Blackstone Pitch Competition, and Kevin honestly worked with us, was with us every step of the process through our pitch deck and revising those things, teaching us how to do those things. Inviting, I think some of you too were in some of our mock runs and stuff like that. They drilled us for like 45 minutes, even though it was only a 5-minute shooting. They drilled us for like 45 minutes, and really a lot of support. I think one thing, it definitely taught us how to narrow our focus as a business, because as entrepreneurs, we are creators in a sense, and we can be here, there, but really focusing on what we do well, what we want to expound on, so that we can capitalize on what we do well on versus the whole entire kitchen sink. So it was a great experience. We met a lot of great people networking throughout the United States, and
How is this funded, Kevin?
Well, great question. So basically, everything goes through SBA. So for me, it's all the outreach. So I take everything from SBA. It's always been fantastic. So to answer your question, we get funds, SBA funding, of course. But the most important thing would be what Marquis was talking about, is that the networks. We got to compete in Silicon Valley. So after they did their pitch, everyone's like, oh, you guys are the best. You guys are also proud of them. We got off that venue and went straight to Stanford. And so we put a tour of Stanford, walked around, we didn't get too many accolades. So the next day they announced the winners. And so, but they did a great job. And, with John, who's almost like a grandfather now, in terms of he's, I knew him since he was 17, but basically, he's brought along these other entrepreneurs. So Nevada Grow, 70% of our entrepreneurs are under 40, 24% of them are under 30. And so this is the worst. Basically, things are along is SBA gives us funding, really cash that we put in their pockets. But more importantly, it's the networking. So Nevada Grow, we speak several languages. So when you talk to people where they are, the SBA allows us to have people on our staff that speak Vietnamese, Thai, Mandarin, Cantonese, Tagalog for our Filipino population. And so really SBA has given us the resources and with sole direction to allow us to reach all these populations that you say was underrepresented. So now they are doing international business by being able to tap into the SBA resources that are various languages. And that's really huge, breaking into the Thai, Vietnamese, Korean, and Tagalog Filipino population in Nevada. That's totally taken us to a new status. So thank you.
So we were able to get access to some PPP funds as well as grants through Nevada Grow. Meet people where you are on the journey where Saul did. Rodney actually walked through our door representing. Rodney actually walked through our door representing Access Capital and gave us an opportunity that we didn't even know that was out there. You know what I mean? So being able to have
ecosystem.
the ecosystem, the network, the access to the information. Me being, you know, a young entrepreneur in the day-to-day operations, developing products, servicing sneakers, dealing with, you know, clients on the day-to-day, working to build our operations so that they can be more efficient. It's challenging for, you know, us to have that time to go out and seek out those resources to see what is there available and, you know, I have to rely on my
1 minute,
team.
tell me what the product is. In 1 minute.
The product is an eco-friendly, evolutionary way to maintain your kids. So it provides opportunities to bring life back to your dead sneakers in many ways that old products were not.